3 or 4 days' time. I've got to get a player in, but I've also got a game to prepare for. So hopefully, might be a useful, 7-day break. Same for everyone, but it's certainly something Crawley will benefit from.
Yeah, just been just sit and take stock. Games have been coming thick and fast, and it'll give him a chance to like you say, take stock and see what they need to get in.
Ball forward by Bradley. McLeod, I think got the touch on that. Was it? Defend. It's back for Tomlin. Down the line nicely by Richmond. Lewis Young, he's away again down his left-hand side. That's got the crowd going every time he gets the ball now. Lewis Young, a couple of really thrilling runs. As I say, he's involved in the goal, and a couple of incidents before that as well. So it was almost another own goal, wasn't it? Before the goal, defender getting back to defend and striking the post. It was Young involved in the goal in inverted commas disallowed for Tomlin as well. Shouldn't forget that.
He's been involved in pretty much everything that Crawley have created this half.
And of course, nearly scored a wonderful solo goal himself. We've got 16 minutes to go. It's at the minute starting to tick by a little more quickly now. And Crawley have a throw in on the near side down in front of us. Oyebanjo with the throw. Picked up by Tomlin. He's got Banya in support. I just got that a bit wrong there. Banya works hard to win it back, but at the expense of a throw-in. Him and Tomlin not quite on the same wavelength. Banya went towards him. Tomlin put it back to from whence Banya had came. So Tomlin's got to the final of this competition, but the throw-in's not there. Linesman will tell him where he takes it from. Just saying, Tomlin got to the final of this competition 2 years ago, so he knows how important this is. Or he knows of its rewards, shall we say. But still, Crawley have got to see 15 minutes plus stoppage time out here. Leacock very cleverly there, just blocked Simpson off, shall we say. Just about within the laws. And it runs through to Ashdown, who will clear downfield. As clear downfield. McLeod, can he win this one ahead of the defender? He wisely, I think, lets Coulson win that in the air. O'Connor won't go. It does fall for Richifon. Good experience for him. Into Smith. Smith back to Leacock. Leacock into Jimmy Smith. Swept wide to Oyebanjo. Oyebanjo down the channel into Tomlin. Now little ding. Useful ball to Banya. Banya. Opportunity now. He's got Tomlin outside and cuts inside us. Banya, he's another one that'll want to impress. Nicely worked. Banya in the box, real chance. It's a wonderful goal! That is a wonderful goal. Beautifully worked by Banya. And that's a mighty popular strike as well, I can tell you, because he's really made an impression in these first 7 or 8 games of the season. And beautifully worked 1-2, slipped it under the goalkeeper. And with 14 minutes to go, Crawley back on that winning track. It's Crawley Town 2, Cambridge United 0.
Fantastically worked goal. Banya just coming in off the right-hand touch line, slipped into McLeod, fantastic 1-2, took it past the defender and through the goalkeeper's legs. Great goal. It
really was, wasn't it? And now important that, no disrespect to any footballer that's ever played the game, but every time you see that, the player muck that up, that one touch, and they'd overhit it or scuff it, but that was inch perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah, excellent goal.
Beautifully worked, picked up by Banya, and cool finish as well.
Yeah, got in that. He took it past the defender, and then had his chance, and then set himself and stuck it straight through his keeper's legs. And he slipped under the keeper's legs. That was the key. I thought he might try to dink over the top, but as I say, he's made a great impression. Banya. He's still not started a game for Crawley since coming here, but he's made some really useful contributions as a substitute. Came on at half-time in this one, just as he did at Barnsley on the opening day, and we're 2-0 up. So. When I was here against Ipswich, he came on, didn't he? And made a big impression.
Terrific. And again, because I think his initial contract with Crawley was literally just weeks. It wasn't even like it was a month or anything like that. Break down left-hand side. Crawley's still got work to do. They're not through yet. Poked away by Banjo. Every game he played, you could tell there was a real willingness to, as we mentioned in the first half, to earn himself, that next deal. But you're right, that night he really got. It was an end-to-end game, as we said earlier. And he really played his part in that, didn't he? He's a great outlet.
Yeah, when you when you're on those short-term contracts, then there's a really big incentive to work as hard as you possibly can. And
it'd be interesting to see how he gets used during the season, because as an impact sub he's been very effective. But Crawley got defenders to do here though. It's with Chadwick just inside the box. It's good interception now. Here comes Tomlin. It's down the line. Not quite the right ball. McLeod is the runner. That's hit back to his keeper by Lennon, and the keeper just rolls out fairly coolly to Coulson. Yeah, but I think Bandy's the only one who's on a really short-term deal. Mitchell Rose, I think it was a 3-month deal, wasn't it? I think we established at half-time, but it was just the option to review it after a month. I think he could have gone back after a month, but which I think literally would have been a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he picked up a knock or whether the managers decided to change things a little.
Yeah, because I thought we did all right first. I think we both did, didn't we? Yeah. But, I mean, I think it's just coincidence, Cawley. I don't think Mitchell Rose was in any way holding Cawley back in the first half. In fact, he was the one sliding the slider all balls through for the strikers. But it's just been a different game second half, hasn't it? I don't know whether it's attacking the Bruce Winfield stand. I don't know what it is, but it's just been a totally different pattern to the game in the second half. And those opening 9 minutes so before Cawley scored, they were really building up a good tempo and they deserved the goal. But Cambridge down the other end, flagged up offside. Ashdown makes the save anyway. Decent save from Simpson.
I think second half Crawley shifted the ball quicker. They played a lot better football and have really attacked the back four of Cambridge, particularly Young. Tomlin's got in down this near side in the channel 2 or 3 times and have got the the Cambridge defenders running back towards their own goal, which, as I said before, is the last thing you want to be doing as a back four player.
That's right. You've made the Cambridge defence turn, haven't they? The first half, I mean, it's totally different. I think the key thing, isn't it? Something that's been missing at times this season is that moving the ball around quickly. Because first half, how many times they call you up the ball, they pass it, and allow Cambridge to get everyone, not only everyone behind the ball, but just cut off all the angles. Second half, it's just been totally different. Yeah,
they've just played with much better momentum for most of the second half, and Tomlin's in again now.
Tomlin down his right side, going to put some pressure on Coulson, who, to be fair, does well to hook that one away. Well won by Jimmy Smith in the air. Banya, he's won that one, Banya. Banya, I thought was fouled there, was it? I thought Lennon sort of held him back, but nothing given. Played downfield by Taylor. And it'll be picked up by Ashdown. Can he get that in the box before? Yes, he can, before being closed down. So suddenly it's 10 minutes to go, Cawley 2-0 up. I'm not going to say anything, but just hopefully see this one out. I'm not going to say Cawley almost there. I'll see this one out because we don't want some sort of nervous last few minutes if Cambridge pull one back. Yeah,
I think from what you were saying before, John, the confidence thing. If you can see the game out comfortably, maybe get another one even, then that stands you in good stead for 2 more home games where you really need to pick up points.
McLeod tries one from 25 yards. Nice little 1-2. He went for the place finish into the bottom right hand corner, but it was saved by Dunn. Ball on this near side with Taylor. Greg Taylor plays it inside and swept to this near side. And Taylor again, nice little 1-2. He's breaking deep into the Cawley half. They'll throw men forward now. Cambridge dinks it forward, but Bradley gets there first, solidly gets it away. Tomlin tangling with Lennon. The Cawley fans want the free kick, taken down nicely by Jimmy Smith. Useful down the line, but Lennon intercepts, puts it out of play for a throw-in. And Cawley have a throw midway inside the Cambridge half. I think they'll take their time over this one with 8 and a bit minutes to go. The man who scored that second goal, Charlie Banya.
I think the fullback here is just getting a little bit of cramp for Cambridge. Be interesting to see how he lasts out.
That's right. Well, they do have. They've got a couple of subs, or it's only got one sub to make. They have, yeah. Here's Banya on the near side for Cawley. Back to McLeod. McLeod 25 yards out, tried a little bit too clever there. Tried to sort of step over rolling his studs over the ball. And Cambridge intercepted it, sweep it wide to the far side, picked up by Tate, who I think was the unlucky man that got the first goal. And Cambridge have it back with one of the other substitute, Whittle, who went close with that volley from about 25 yards out. That's when it was still 1-0. 14 minutes later, Banya made it 2-0. Ball is with Donaldson. Donaldson wide to Tate. Got a man over here. Ball inside to Donaldson into the box. Picked up by Chadwick. But Donaldson breaking forward. Shot comes in. Good save that. And he's held it. That is a really good save that by Ashdown. Because I had nightmare vision of the net just bulging. It was all very quick. Next thing you know, ball's in the back of the net.
No, they got in well there. Cambridge, a little 1-2 inside the fullback and stood his ground well, Ashdown, and held on to it. Did it well because he's not had a lot to do second half at all.
Yeah, it's important that, as I was saying, the first thing Ashdown has to do in this half isn't pick the ball out of the net, because they say he's not really seen much of the ball in the game, which is good.
Yeah, and then that gives you a nervous last 10 minutes then too.
That we were fretting about. Less than 7 minutes ago of normal time. Johnson paints Sophie first round. Banya into McLeod. McLeod wide to Tomlin. Tomlin crossing chance maybe. He's still got Banya in spot. Goes back to Oya Banjo. Crawley certainly playing with a lot of confidence, and well, you'll know more than I do, Tony, that confidence breeds confidence.
Absolutely.
All back with Jimmy Smith. Now Oyebanja down the line to Banya. Party pieces almost now from Crawley. Intercepted though by Cambridge. Leacock, yeah, I think he's fouled Simpson there. Don't think have any complaints about that really. Leacock might even get a book in here. Or is it? No, I think he's
I think the ball back.
And I must say I've been impressed with Luke Chadwick. He's an experienced player at the sort of wrong side of 30 odd, and often players like that tend to just maybe drop back and just maybe sit in front of the back four. But every time Cambridge have gone forward, he seems to have been pretty close to his centre forwards and getting forward well. Yeah,
you would hope that at Cambridge's level, a player of his experience would start to take charge. That's what you sign those kind of players for.
Crawley have given that away. Shot comes in again. Decent effort again. Oh, it's parried by
a scary moment.
And it's a win between his legs, and he had to quickly turn around, check it, hadn't crossed the line.
He could have easily back-heeled that in one.
He could have done it, not known too much about it yet. It's cleared downfield by Ashdown, who is generally, from what we've seen, a man of his experience, a safe pair of hands. McLeod, 25 he'd love a goal. It's Banya. Banya could get another. Banya into the box. Is he going to try one back to Tomlin? Tomlin with the shot. He's placed that high and wide and not very handsome behind for a goal kick. But still Crawley lead by 2-0. And on their way at the moment into the second round of this competition. Less than 5 minutes to go. Cleared downfield by Dunn. Crawley home again Saturday. If you can't get along, and we'd really like you to, can of course get full commentary on Reds play. Here come Cambridge again. I've been impressed by Whittle since he's come on. I tell you, that's Ryan Ritchie-Fong got a useful little boot in there, didn't he? Crawley still had a second ball to win. He did well. Lewis Young, that's a lovely touch. O'Connor now. McLeod's made a great. Oh, that's a bad challenge. O'Connor. Referee plays a great advantage here, but I think McLeod's going to be offside. He is. He's going to be offside. Referee's going to pull it back and show a yellow card. Good referee in there. I could have sworn he'd blown his whistle, but he just at the last minute realised that Crawley were breaking. Shame they couldn't get that right, because we could see McLeod was offside.
Yeah. Bradley's struggling a little bit by the looks of it too.
Yeah, that's a concern, isn't it? Crawley have made all 3 changes. Yeah, the squad looking a little bit thin, as we say. Connor Essam released yesterday. Contract cancelled. He's managed to get himself a club straight away. Old friends of ours, Dover, in the conference, but a good move for him. It's good to see play, get some football, and good ball down the right hand side, picked up by Tomlin. Banya's with him, but Tomlin keeps hold of it. Banya still with him. Tomlin goes back to Oyebanja. Final 4 minutes, inside the final 4 minutes now. Ball played all the way back by Smith to keeper Ashdown. Yeah, Dover in the conference these days. Oh, I'm sure you remember them winning Potion 2 the conference in '93. That fine team under Chris Kinnear.
Yep, yeah, many a scuffle with Dover over the years.
Seemed a long way off the conference in those days, didn't it? Even more hard to believe. I think a few years ago, I think Crawley were certainly probably League 2. Dover were knocking around in the Ryman's Division 1. It was amazing how these things can change. I think they got stuck in a downward movement just as they had a bit of a restructuring. Conference South was slotted in between Conference and the feeder leagues, and Dover suddenly found themselves completely in the wrong. I think they finished bottom 4 the year Crawley got promoted out the Southern League, and next they're in a division where you wouldn't have expected to see them. It shows it's all very cyclical football, isn't it? A lot of the sides we used to play against, the big clubs, the Hastings and the Falconers, sort of left them for dead rather than.
That's right. And Dartford, who were a big club in those days, went under and then have come back and now back in the conference.
This is a lovely one, could be a brilliant goal. What a great save, what a run that was. It was Lewis Young again. Again, he's just teasing, he just really has grown in confidence tonight. He's gone past at least 3 players there. Had a decent opportunity, the keeper's made a great save. O'Connor burst forward, he's been full of running as well since coming and tried to thread it through from McLeod. But Crawley got it back though, Banya. And that's a skewed header, but a lovely run there by Lewis Young again. Sign of his confidence. Great, and as you saying, Tony, about a team like Dartford, and they've gone again, haven't they? In fact, they're now at a level higher than they ever were in the conference, aren't they?
Yeah, it's how these clubs rise from the flames and get back or even better to where they used to be, which is great.
Absolutely. I mean, you want to encourage teams, don't you? I mean, bit of money being splashed around at that sort of level. You think of the teams like Whitehawk and Eastleigh certainly got some decent players, but of course Crawley have been there as well. Oh, McLeod's away down the inside right, chance for a third maybe. He goes outside his man, can he get the shot in? He does, blocked. They're going to go out for the corner, I think it is. We're in the final couple of minutes now. Crawley have got a corner, but just going back a minute or so, cracking one again by Lewis Young, and Keeper was brave.
Excellent. He's just been a different player second half. Maybe the manager had a little word in his ear just to give him a bit of encouragement perhaps at half time.
Down the line, that's going to be Crawley throwing on this near side to the right. But yeah, I'd say he was involved in some, Crawley almost taking the lead before they did. With played Tomlin in, but Tomlin was offside as he worked the ball in, as he actually put the ball in the back of the net. Young again, low ball in that Tomlin went for. The defender got back, but could only put it against his own post. Then came the goal, which ironically wasn't an own goal. And then we've seen a couple of cracking runs from, been so unlucky not to have had a goal himself. Lewis Young. McLeod, shooting chance maybe, thought he might line it up on his left foot. Richie Fond is forward in support, forward well from left back, but O'Connor in support. Can someone make the angle for O'Connor? A few players have, keep using that word, grown in confidence tonight, and assuming all is well and Crawley make progress. Not only have they hopefully got their way into the next round of this competition, but this has been 4 added minutes to be added on. This has been a terrific workout, and John Gregory's had a good look at a number of players he hasn't seen this season.
Yeah, it's as long as the injury to Dixon's not too serious, and Bradley's limping a little bit, as long as those things work themselves out, as you say, it's been a good workout for the players that perhaps haven't started regular games, and a confidence booster for certainly Lewis Young second half.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. John Gregory said Saturday, he said need a win soon, don't go as it comes, even if it's win ugly. But actually I think they've done a lot more than that tonight, so what's important is if they can carry that into the league game and get 3 points in the league. Yeah,
certainly second half. I think you've seen the difference in from where Cambridge are to where Crawley are, and Crawley have been much a better side second half.
Player down into for Cambridge, Robbie Simpson still down, play sort of going on around him. A leg injury of some sort. I reckon he might have, unless he's got cramp as well. That's a pulled muscle. He's giving the signal to the bench. It's a shame for him. He's a decent player, Simpson. He's played a lot of league football. Cambridge in their first season back in the Football League, and he could be about to limp off here in, some might say, probably the least of their priorities in the Johnson Paints over. But yeah, Simpson's just hobbling out to his near touchline. He's not interested. He's limping off. Does he ask the referee? Because he's just left the field of play without asking his permission. But make it that they've still got a substitution left to Cambridge. They've only made 2. Surely they will make.
Got nobody ready.
They've the ball is back with Hughes. Yeah, I think they've only made 2, haven't they? Crawley win it back really well. Yeah, they've brought on Whittle and Hughes. Yeah, they've got 3 again. Oh, he's so quick. He's in. Lewis Young clean through. Is this the moment for his first goal for Crawley? Can he score? Chips over the goal. Oh, he's put it well. Oh, he's put it just wide of the angle. I'm not sure. He sort of held up play there. Thought he was going to roll it square to McLeod. The ground was beckoning him to score, and he's put it wide of the right hand angle. Actually, he's not finished that too well in the end. He sort of scooped it over the keeper and put it wide. Yeah,
he could have, again, confidence thing. He could have gone on to take the keeper on, or got closer to him and made the keeper commit himself, which he didn't. But he's in again. That's the main thing. He's got himself into positions where he's become a real threat.
That's right. That's what's been missing. But Makey could have had at least 3 tonight. In fact, you could say 4 actually, because the one where Tomlin was the goal was disallowed for offside. If Young had got that on target, there'd have been no need for Tomlin to touch that in.
Yeah.
So you can say that was a great chance as well. Into stoppage time now. There's a couple of minutes in. Banjo back to Leacock to Walsh, and you also have to take the opposition into consideration. No disrespect to them, Cambridge. A decent League 2 side just come up, enjoying being back in the Football League. Here's Tomlin. Options. You've got Banu outside. Tomlin shoots, deflected just wide of the right hand post. Well, they all want to get a goal now, don't they? Again, confidence, because one thing we've struggled with in recent games is not pulling the trigger. Now they're all at it. Bobby Joe Taylor comes on for Simpson. Simpson's all right. Just went down injured, didn't he? And sort of.
Yeah, it looked like a thigh strain to me, the way he was holding his thigh there.
A decent player. I remember him playing against him, or Crawley playing against him a few times. I was saying, take this into consideration, only the fact that it is home to a League Two side, but important that Crawley damned if they do, damned if they don't. Because if they'd lost tonight, well, it would have been all hells would have broken loose on the internet. But you know what I mean. They would have they'd be under more pressure, and at least all you can do is beat what's put in front of you, which they've done. There goes the final whistle.
As you say, it's. You need to, if you've lost 4 in the spin, you need to start winning games and winning them quickly. If you're then going to take that confidence into the new league games, and from that respect, it's been a successful evening for Crawley. Certainly second half, they've taken the game to Cambridge.